know, y'all, I've had some good days. I've had some bad days. And some hills to climb. But when I look around and begin to think things over, all of my good days, they outweigh my bad days. So I won't complain.
Amen.
You know, first and foremost, I would like to give thanks and honor to God Almighty. I am grateful for His grace and mercy, which allows me to stand before you today. I have been truly blessed. And it's still morning. I had afternoon. I was trying to time it up. So good morning, Man Brandis, Warren Grady, Man Master Chief Cooper, good friend Gerald, family, shipmates, friends, and guests. Thank you all for being here to share this very special day with Tracy and I and our family members. I stand before you today very humble and in awe that so many of you would consider my retirement ceremony worthy of your time. Many of you have taken off work and traveled hundreds of miles at your own expense. And I know what a sacrifice that is for many people. And it's not lost on me. Let me also say that just about all the people in this world that care about you most are in this room. And that is a blessing. Because that doesn't usually happen until they get ready to put you in the ground. But my eyes are still wide open to see you, and I am overwhelmed at your presence. Thank you. I'd like to begin by giving some special thanks to some special people. Sincere thank you to the participants in today's ceremony and all others who worked behind the scenes that were instrumental in making this ceremony happen today. Too many to name individually, but your execution has been flawless. And I can assure you that my family will remember and talk about this day for years to come. Thank you. Warren Grady, sir, thank you so much for the kind and gracious words. And I don't know where that 6.0 came from. I don't remember reading that one. But, and for agreeing to serve as my presiding officer in today's ceremony. You know, Warren Grady and I go back 18 years. We were first-year chiefs together. And he was also the re-enlisting officer for my last re-enlistment, which allowed me to be here today. Over the years, I've been mistaken for him, compared to him, and I knew that as long as that was happening, I was doing something right. So, sir, I just want to say thank you for all that you've done, all that you do, and all that you continue to do. Gerald, thank you as well for the inspiring words, and you probably know me better than most people in this room. As he stated, he and I have known each other for 22 years. He has seen me at my highest, my lowest, my best, and my worst. And he has been far more than a friend. He's been my brother. The things that I've learned from you over the years, I can never repay. So I want to thank you for your friendship, your mentorship, and most of all, for your brotherhood, for being at my side when I needed somebody to talk to. Not that I didn't have other people, but you've always been there, and I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. Special thanks to the Master of Ceremonies, Senior Chief Richard Norman, Coordinator Chief Alicia Buchanan, two of our very finest here in command. I want to thank you both for the wonderful job you have done. To our admin staff, you guys rock. You rock. Thank you for all that you have done to support me. The send-off that they gave me a week ago was very humbling. And then they topped that with what they did here today. I mean, what do you say to that? Thank you all very much. To my senior enlisted leader, Command Master Chief Cooper, I want to thank you for your support and all the things that you have done and said about me over the last few days. It's truly been humbling, and you're doing a great job of leading this organization. I know that you will continue to do so. Thank you. To my mother, sisters and brother, thank you for your unconditional love and support throughout my life and career. The many prayers that you have said on my behalf were not in vain. They are the very reason that I stand here today. During my time on active duty, we've lost some family soldiers along the way. My father, our oldest brother, and an uncle on my father's side, and on my mother's side, we've lost 4 uncles and 2 aunts. And I know they would be proud this day. I know that words cannot express how proud you feel, and I just want to say, if I can borrow some words from Jerome Bettis, put a little twist on it. I took our family name on the world stage, and I didn't mess it up. To my children, Matthew, Marcus, Michaela, how blessed I am to have the 3 of you. Thank you for enduring the military hardships of living overseas, relocating every 3 years, changing schools for your final years of high school. I know that was not easy for you, but you continually adjusted. Thank you for supporting me. To my lovely wife, Tracy, I can never thank you enough for your love and support, your belief in me, your friendship and encouragement. You have been a wonderful wife and mother to our children. I don't know where you find the time to do all of that and still work on your doctorate degree, as well as all the other things that I haven't mentioned that you do. But I love you and I thank you for simply being you. To my in-laws, thank you all for allowing me to take your baby sister on a Navy journey that neither one of us knew where we would end up, and I had no clue of where we were going. But thank you all for your love and support as I learned how to love your sister just as you do. There are so many other friends, shipmates, I may not have mentioned you by name, but rest assured I am grateful for the particular role that you have played and continue to play in my life. That you are here to share this special day with me and my family. So I thank you. Thank you very much. So about some of those things in the program. Understanding the material that you're dealing with, which Gerald mentioned, is really that simple, because when you truly understand what you're dealing with, it can't surprise you. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. And there are some other things in there where attitude helps determine your altitude, and that's very simple. You know, sometimes bad attitude can get opportunities turned away from you that you would never know about, and we like to call that a soft kill. One of my favorites is God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth so you can listen twice as much as you speak. And I find that the more senior we get, we find ourselves over-talking other folks, and sometimes we feel that what we have to say may be more important than what's being said. But it's a true indication that I'm not listening if I'm talking while you're talking. So some of these are self-explanatory. And oh yeah, please don't listen to respond. Listen to grow and develop. And so about that transformation thing in there, right? So you cannot go from your current situation to your place of elevation without going through a transformation. So let me see if I can explain it to you. I see some confusion on your face, so I'm going to come down on Front Street and get you. So what you're doing at your current level is not going to be good enough at the next level. So let's say it this way. On every level, there's a new devil. I like that one. And that devil may not necessarily be a demonic spirit. It can be situations and circumstances. But simply, it's something that you have not seen or dealt with. So if you do not change in order to grow, to deal with what's on that level, those same devils you dealt with over here are going to be over there too. Just want you to know, they don't go away. But you've learned how to deal with that over here. So you must grow and develop and change in order to be able to deal with it over there and at a higher level. If you do not, you might find that your talent has taken you to a place where your character can't keep you. and therefore you are destined to fail. And that's all I want to say. So people often ask me, how did I get here? Well, first and foremost, prayer. I think you heard me say that. That's the reason I stand before you today. You know, along the way, I was taught by people like Roosevelt Moody, Marvin Monroe, Pam Scott, Bob Boucher, just to name a few. You know, I was led by people like Nelson Sylvester, Dr. Winton, Lieutenant Webb, Bobby Walker, Larry Howard, Lisa Monroe, Dennis Coates. You know, I can go on and on, Jeff Martinelli. It's a lot of people that hasn't had a hand in the person standing before you today. Tariq Baker, and just to name a few. So how did I get here? I'll tell you. DJ, Derek Johnson, Leola Green, Gerald Glenn, Kim Ferguson, Bree Jones, Nick Smith, Michelle Mosley, Kendra Brown, and of course Alicia Buchanan. They carried me. That's how I got here. They carried me on their shoulders. Alicia, your star is coming. You haven't got it yet because they're still shining it up. They got to get it to shine as bright as you do. So the people that carried me, and there were many others, they would all tell you that I took care of them. But I would tell you that I didn't take care of them. I empowered them to be great, to be better than me. And they are. The Chief's Mess. We spend a lot of time talking about various things. And as I said to you all before, I won't go down the road of telling you what you need to do or should be doing. I'll just say, don't talk about it, be about it. Let other people talk about it. Because when other people are talking about it, then you know your body about it. Any body bodies out here? I know I had a few. And as I come to a close, you know what? Y'all got a minute? Yeah. Let me talk to y'all. Second. You know, I wasn't always the person you heard so many good things about. You know, there's a process of development that you have to go through in order to reach your full potential. You know, I was on one of several trips in the Philippines, and my friend and supervisor at the time, Roosevelt Moody, the first time we went there, he said, hey, if you ever take a taxi, don't take the motorcycles, always take the Jeeps. Okay? So, but one day, you know, I'm from Southeast Louisiana. There's many people in here that are from the South. It gets sweltering hot, but one day, the sun was just seemed like it was just sitting on my head. And I was like, man, I just can't walk down there. So the guy said, hey, brother, you want a ride? I said, yeah, man, let me get a ride. I'm going right down to that place down there on the right. And so, as he was driving,